world is full of assholes, better learn to pick your battles. Take capsules by the handfuls just to deal with the hassles. There's no truth, only scandals coming from our nation's capital. Everyone acting so irrational, it's almost laughable. Make sure you're accepting your local transsexual. Although if you ask me, they need to be inside a mental ward. I'm pretty sure genitals weren't meant to be detachable. Can I still express my thoughts? Or is that against the law? Sick of all the tension and the constant second-guessing, we got kids stressing to the point where I'd like to pull out a Smith & Wesson and end the shit like they did in them old westerns. Cowboys and Indians, I bet you find this offensive because you're way oversensitive, see. But I'm only kidding, like we did as children back before adults started playing pretend, and men in dresses wasn't so widely accepted. But just because you're pissed at something I said doesn't mean you can take away my freedom of expression. No one pays any attention. Y'all must have fucking dementia. Spraying hate in the wrong direction or obsessing what kind of message my music. My be spreading instead of tackling the real infections these rich men in dresses we see on television, and everybody honoring them as if they did something impressive. Meanwhile, kids gets a mixed message, start thinking this is something to question or second guess when it shouldn't even be a fucking thought in their heads. Meanwhile, a cancer patient can't afford a critical operation and dies at an early age cause, instead of paying toward a donation that could have saved him, this selfish prick takes his paycheck to go get himself castrated. And half the nation is convinced that is something we should be perfectly okay with. Don't tell me I need to accept it when they don't even accept they are born with. These doctors and scientists are ducking with what nature intended, and everyone acts as if it's just some fashion statement and not corrupting our children, causing long-term life-altering damages. God damn it, it's common sense. And don't change what I just said as an attack on gays and lesbians. There's a big difference. It don't take an operation or body modification to suck a dick, and who doesn't love lesbians? So, just so we're clear on the message, don't try to stop me from expressing what I want to say on a record, but then be perfectly accepting to some dickhead wearing dresses and popping hormone pills every second and trying to get permission to be able to sit in the same restroom with your little girl as she pisses. Trying to convince her she may also be different. This shit fucking ridiculous. I won't keep my opinion hidden, 'cause these bitches might get offended. What would they have done if they'd been born a couple generations back where they weren't so advanced and couldn't perform these operations? You just have to deal with it. Maybe be a little depressed, but at least we'd have something in common then. Bring on your hate comments then. I'm looking forward to tearing you to shreds, and maybe your hatred will make me famous and even get me rich. Then I'll give it to the homeless that don't have the option or cash to worry about what they identify as they're too busy trying to live and keep from starving to death. And that's where we all should focus on those who deserve it, instead of some crybaby, confused, rich, spoiled kid with too much time on his hands seeking attention and making life more complicated than it already easy is. You can call my opinion ignorance, but I'm just being realistic and don't agree that we should be allowed to play pretend, 'cause guess what? You can try to get through to me your excuses for doing this blasphemy, and I don't care what I'm referring to you as a he or she. And if that offends you, then take your box out of your purse, literally put them back in place, and stop being a pussy. Have a great day.